Well, today we should say on a waha eka on a numbi kaki kwe. Kimala nisi ways on a nilam yam yamatosenia. Missionary coachimi equi, Piayani kilako ani, apushi. We don't have a language program. We don't have a language committee. Language is not a thing. It is embedded within our research effort because we do have to continue to transcribe, translate, and build the materials. But instead, what we have is a growing educational effort by which language gets infused to everything. Language gets infused in everything. It's not a program. It's very important for tribal leaders to not see language as a program. It's our future. Don't treat our language as a program. It's our future. By not having language as a program, there's no target. There's no place to pull funding on. Our language now exists and is being perpetuated in lots of different realms. You can't pull the plug on language right now for us. Somebody described it as releasing the ants. There's no way to stomp on all the ants because there's too much out there and it's spread out. And that's really how language has to be pervasive in the community. We are finding that language and cultural education has direct benefits to academic achievement. When we compared tribal student graduation rates between those students who came to Miami University without the benefit of language and cultural classes versus the past 10 years when those opportunities were available, graduation rates pre-language classes were 52%, and the current graduation rate is 75%. Now, I don't think that's all just language. Again, language is not a thing. It's the larger effort. It's that larger piece that we're trying to put together, which is embedded with language, that is giving them a solid foundation. It is giving them confidence and allowing them the opportunity to be successful in life. And I would say that's the number one selling point to the general public, but also to our tribal leaders, is that academic success is connected to language and cultural education.
To create hungry bears, not spoon-fed babies. So many of the projects that I started out with in my community, we tried to give the learners everything. We paid the learners for coming to the workshop. We paid them to meet with the elders. We gave them packets of lesson ideas so that they wouldn't have to stress about what they were going to do when they met with an elder. But what happened was, as soon as they got to the last lesson in that lesson packet, then they just sat there looking at the elder and they didn't know what to do. We didn't give them enough sense of agency so that they would continue to find ways to learn the language even without any support.
In a language sort of setting, the start always has to be your culture. You have to decide, what does that little newborn need to know to be a true member of our tribe? What does he need to know? That's the start. Another thing that we need to think about is the emotional language that he will need. You know, if he's snagged someone he really falls in love with, he needs to be able to know how to say, I love you. He needs to know how to tell his own children, I'm very proud of you. You made me proud. And I think this emotional connection, the language skills for emotional communication is missing a lot of times in our language programs. And I think that does a real dishonor to our students because they need that emotional satisfaction to connect with their language, to connect with their culture, and to connect with the speakers.
For us, the most powerful phrase that we teach our learners is, we say, Iwanch chokam, inyech hamakach idum. So we don't just say, I'm Mojave. What our elders teach our young kids is we beat it into our hearts. Iwanch chokam, inyech hamakach idum. That's the kind of Mojaves we are. We're beating it back into our hearts. It's a physical thing. What we did was we built a core group. We have 8 adult learners that we built around our speakers. And so instead of taxing them and saying, hey, you have to learn the language, we're saying, hey, take care of your family. Take care of your elders. This is your grandmother. This is your aunt. This is your great aunt. So all you have to do is take care of them. And so what started happening is our elders are speaking the language. And so we're around taking care of them. And so what we've done is we've created the most natural language transmission, the most traditional language transmission experience that we can, because we've built this core group around them. And so we spend all our time with them. We've just kind of rebuilt the family structure around our elders, and that's been really important, because what it meant is we can take the work element out of it. And so we're not simply working. It's not, hey, you're here to learn your language. It's, hey, you're here to be a Mojave. You're here to take care of your family. And that's one of the ways we've been able to transmit the language, is it quit being work for them. It quit being a lesson.
As I end, I wanted to end with a few words in Chochenyo. So every day we fight, and today is no different. We fight for our languages. We fight, we struggle for our people. We struggle, we fight to make things right. Every day, and today isn't any different. But every day we keep going, we tread on. We speak our languages. We cure our people. And tomorrow will be better because of it. Thank you.